Good morning, everybody. I am trying to figure something out here. Good morning. Good morning. Hmm, this isn't making sense. Okay, so I have a question for you guys, real quick. Good morning. Good morning. So, I have a question for you, people that know this stuff better than me. Okay, watch. See this right here? So, I'm trying to figure out how do I watch Tea with Pops live? Here's my thinking. I talk here, but maybe I can watch it live at the same time. Bigger screen, bigger comments. I can move the camera back a little bit. How do I turn on and watch it live? Which play button? What hit play? What play button? How do you guys go on and watch Pops Tea with Pops live? You know, I've never done that. Should say live. I don't see a live. You need a separate account to watch your own stuff live. I'm on YouTube, Matt. I even added YouTube to this laptop so I would have the option. I'm reading your guys' comments. That's why I'm trying to figure out how to go live. I search live Tea with Pops, and all that happens is comes up as my videos. Exception's probably right. I need a separate account. Okay. How come Brock can see it on his phone? How come Brock can watch live on his phone? Tea with Pops 1027. uh, it gives me last year's. Hold on. No. Do I see home video and shorts on the taskbar? I'm not trying to take up your guys' time. I really wanted to. I was excited. I was gonna thought I was be able to watch YouTube here, see me doing what I'm doing live. You know what I mean? Like I'd be talking on my regular camera, but then I could see it on this screen over here. Okay. One of these days somebody will swing by and help me hook that up. Okay, Greg Stevens. Yeah. Anyway, sorry to take up your time. I was excited. I thought I was going to have another way to watch us. Darn it. Okay. No, Brock doesn't really understand this stuff, and I'll be honest with you, it frustrates him to try, and then it frustrates me when he tries. So I, I honestly thought Brock was going to be my tech support guy. He's a poet. He's a poet. That's all he. That's what he does, and that's okay. So guess what? Real quick, let me just jump to a different subject. Then I'm sorry to take up our time on that, you guys. Anthony Hunt will fix me. I'm trying. If you create a separate account, I think that would work. Okay. Okay, but I thought I did that yesterday. Okay. It's all right. It's all right. We'll figure it out at another date and in an appropriate time. We have some stuff to talk about here. But I do want to say this real quick. Pop started a backup page. This backup page is going to be connected to the nonprofit organization that we're starting. Okay. Yeah, Penny, it's a smart TV, but I'm trying to talk to the one of these days somebody will come over here and help me do the whole setup. Kim, you're like me. I just poke buttons and then I get frustrated. You know who's really good? Besides CCS, Sandy is too. In order to get into the TV at the Mush Lounge, at the Mush Cabin, I had to enter all these different codes, Roku this and Hulu that, and Pentatonic, Pentatonics 5 this, and is that the name of that group? No, Paramount Plus. I mean, we were swimming in codes to try to get the TV turned on over there. And we finally figured it out. Like button. Let me hear a like button. Thank you, Sharon. Remind the kids. So yesterday, as part of the nonprofit organization, give me 10 people. Say, isn't it going to be wonderful when the nonprofit organization is completely up and your donations are actually, you're going to be able to, we're going to give reports, accountability reports to tell you what's happening, where all the things going. And there should also be a small fund there available for those of us that, hey, I'm short this month. I need 10 capsules to make it through. Can you handle that? And our nonprofit will look at that and they'll go, 10? Yeah, we can do that. We have that that's in the bank. Okay? 20? No. We can send you 12. We'll be working on that. Okay? But the nonprofit organization, would you guys do me a favor? I've already posted it on my IG page. I think it's on my story page. But I started a page, Detroit Shrooms for You. Detroit Shrooms for You will be the name that we're looking for. Everything's going to be organized under Detroit Shrooms for the numeral 4 and the letter U. Okay? Detroit Shrooms for You. We started that yesterday and people are piling on faster than monkeys climbing on watermelons. All right? So, no, this is my second IG page. Second or third, but this is our nonprofit. This is going to be our nonprofit IG page. Okay? So this'll be slightly different flavor of things, but of course we have to start out. One of our very first posts is to post. I wish I had a picture of everybody that had gone. But yes, Jesus Christ, I deliver pizza too, but only if you order it with mushrooms. Okay, it has to have mushrooms. All right, you understand that. So that's the page. Help me out. Please go follow it. Thank you for finding me. People like Deborah Pearl and others. You liked that one, didn't you, Jesus? That was a pretty good one. Trip, I already told everybody that we can be doing ponies in about a year and a half if things go according to plan. Okay? Daniel wants a large. Get out of here, Daniel. You can't have a large. Okay. Who else was at the party? Do you guys want me to talk about you some more? I want a large. Niffer, I've already briefly spoke about this couple of days ago, but I'm going to dive in just a touch more. Niffer Mama and Cleany Grow. My, you know how we all know there's always that instant connection, a magnetic connection that'll happen. And it doesn't happen with everybody. I'm going to be honest with you. No, I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. I got that immediately with Free, for example. Boop. I like this guy. If we weren't even doing tea, we would be hanging out. If we never knew how to grow mushrooms together, I'd help him install a solar panel, and he would love to help me do something. Free's one of those guys. If I don't mention your name in here, I'm just using him as an example. So many of you know, you're all like, yep, Free. So you know what I'm talking about. Just a guy that's just cool. And not only cool, but you feel like hanging around with them, right? They just make it easy. I mentioned Afro Kimchi the other day. Same guy. You know who else is just like that? Guess who? Cleany. Cleany pops into your life and you're like, I've known Cleany all my life. Cleany and I used to go hunting together. I've never hunted in my life, but I used to go hunting with Cleany. Cleany and I have reorganized garages. Yep. One of the neighbors need help cleaning out his garage and organizing it. Cleany and I did that together. Cleany and I rode bicycles up to the top of Smoky Mountain. Cleany and I threw rocks into the river just to watch them splash. Is this making any sense to you guys? I'm not kidding you, Niffy. Cleany, you know what I'm talking about. Remember when we almost hit Mr. Jones with the rock? Higgs and I are like that. Higgs and I went to gym school together. Higgs and I, seriously, we went to gym school together. You guys didn't know that. Cleany and I, we hung out by the river, threw rocks at things. We never hit anything. We weren't malicious. Cleany has to admit, I could throw better than him. He knows. I had a better eye, better arm. He threw faster. Okay, he could launch them. But I definitely was more accurate. Then one day, Cleany shows up and he has a slingshot. I'm like, whoa. Cleany brought a slingshot. Cleany brought a slingshot. You know what I did? I brought a wrist rocket. Yeah. Cleany tried to bring a slingshot, and I'm like, no. Tomorrow I'm bringing a wrist rocket. I am teasing around a little right here, right? Slingshots are the best. I keep saying Slingy now. Cleany was my friend with slingshot. That's it. That's how I see him. And I hope you guys are getting the message here. I hope you guys are getting the message. The message is how much next is the crossbow. No, Sandy's giving me his crossbow. Sandy's going to go ahead and hand his crossbow to me. The message is I had an immediate, I've known Cleany at least 4 of my past lives. We served on the same battlefield, on the same trench, maybe sailed the same sail ship with Magellan. I don't know. Roman legionnaires together. We were both whipping slaves as they built the pyramid. We go back. I don't know if he feels that, but usually if one person feels it, the other does too. You know what I'm talking about, Cleany? And I didn't know I was going to like this guy that much. And I do. You know, yep, we were whipping slaves, Carrie. Come on, somebody had to be there. Somebody was doing it. I think it was Cleanie and me. And he is pretty damn lovable, is he not, Niffy? So that's my feelings about Dave. Dave's not here. It's Clean Grow. Cleanie, I loved you, man. And we'll always be friends now. That's how I get. Ask Hags. Once we've been in the same gym class or shot slingshots together, that's it. We're like that. Okay? And I mean it sincerely. It's weird. It's weird. And I just truly, truly I love Clean. Dave's a good man, and Dave does a lot for the community. Huge grower. Big weed grower. He knows what he's talking about. He really understands the concept and when I say that, it's like because he approaches things naturally like Pops does. And I didn't know that until we had a chance to talk some. And then sample some of his stuff if you want. Whoa! My dispensary, I'm never going to visit my dispensary again now that Cleanie and I have been shooting slingshots. Never going to have to visit the, right, Carrie? You talk about some Budley McBudlertons, right? A lot of passion for what he does. And that's the kind of guy, no wonder I like hanging around him. I'm never going to go to the dispensary again now that I'm getting some clean stuff from the grower. And let's quickly mention Anthony. His stuff is the bomb, and we got to admit it. So Pops is over here growing mushrooms. He's over there growing Budley Budlertons, and it is all looking. See, everybody can look at. Everybody agrees. Cleaning. Look at the comments, and you're talking about some people that know what they were talking about. You saw that Snoop table. There was some good stuff. Okay. My weed I'm smoking right now doesn't compare. It's sad to come home to mediocrity. You know what, Carrie? I'll bet you send a quick note with a letter to Cleanie, and he'll send you something. I bet you one other thing. Just a rando thought. I bet you there's no ashes of his dad in it. Get it, Daniel? I don't know if you're gonna live that one down. Okay. No spooky doobies. D. Anderson, they call them spooky doobies. No spooky doobies. All right. I guarantee you, if you get it, it'll be ash free. We know, married Michael. We're just giving you a hard time. Come on. You know you want to smoke my dad. No, there's a person here who wants to smoke your dad. No. Okay, we're moving on. Nipper Mama. Nipper Mama is married to Cleanie. Remember we talked about couples that I love? I adore this couple. This couple is so darn cute together. I'm talking about, wow. First of all, Niffy's gorgeous. Nipper Mama, what a pretty lady. Let me tell you what I expected. I expected an earthy woman, okay? I expected, kind of a plain Jane, Maybe braids in her hair, flower shirts, sandals, maybe a purse full of sage. Um, oh my goodness, guess what? That's almost exactly what we got, but at a completely different level. She at a completely different level. You think this one is like, oh, that's what the pretty ones look like. Okay, watch. So this is Niffer. Of course, you notice where Pop says, right? That's Niffer Mama right there. And that's Cleanie, her handsome husband, right? She's earthy and gorgeous. Carrie's calling her a soul. You know what? She has about 57 soul sisters that came out of this weekend. Those two right there. That's my slingshot buddy. And this lady right here, she's a healer. She's a healer. But you know why she's a healer? Can I tell the story, Niffy? I'm telling on you. I'll tell you why Niffy can be a healer. Because she's in the process of being healed. Because she's going through the process. She's a few steps ahead of a few people. She might be a couple steps behind a few, but she's a few steps ahead of a few people in the processing process. I mean, in the healing process. And you know what she does? She doesn't just keep trudging along. I'm going to get healed. She's like, looks behind her and says, how can I bring other people up to where I am? That's really what she does. I'm going to tell a story. First of all, what's her name mean? This already is as cute as you can be. Her name is Jennifer. We call her Niffer. Niffy. Where'd you get the name Niffer Mama? Where'd that come from? Because, my husband, Cleanie, has a daughter. My stepdaughter. She didn't know exactly what to call me. She didn't feel comfortable calling me Mom. She's almost maybe 10, 12, 14 years younger than hers. It would be hard to call somebody that's just a few years older than you Mom, right? So she started out calling her Niffer. Her stepdaughter's nickname for her. She won't call her full name Jennifer. And she couldn't call her Mom. So I'm going to call you Niffer. Well, I got goosebumps just right there. That's cute. That's neat. They found a way to love each other just through a name call. And then and then when she introduces me to her friends and colleagues, she introduces me as her Niffer Mama. This is my Niffer Mama. She doesn't say it's my stepmom. She doesn't say this is my second mom. She says, this is my Niffer Mama. Every time I think of the name now, I think of their relationship. And I don't know. I just love that. Penny, don't you just love that? I don't know why that resonates with me. Just a simple name. It's almost like Afro Kimchi being a cool name. Anybody can be called Pops, but you get them to call you Niffer. That's pretty cool. But you'll see why if you know her. She's a Niffer Mama. She could be almost everybody's mama in her healing way. Now, final story. 2 more. We get a chance to sit down and talk a little bit. I really, really enjoy her company. She's just magnetic. Okay? Jesus Christ, people call you more than just Jesus, just so you know. Especially behind your back. You should have heard what we were calling you at the party. Okay? But we'll get back to that. So back to Niffer Mama. We get a chance to talk, and she's telling me, well, first of all, about a week before they were headed this way, Jesus Christ, from Australia, about a week before they were headed towards the party, Cleany reaches out to me. We're just chatting back and forth. And Cleany says, um, we I want to be able to pick up this one guy on the way from where we live. Mind you that they're in New York. Mind you that they're in New York. Have a good class, MVP. And they're driving from upstate New York down to Gatlinburg, Tennessee to join this soiree. If anybody doesn't already know the amount of commitment and just fortitude that takes alone. No, they probably between them, I think Streety took a longer drive. I think Streety was just about the longer driver. There were some long drive people coming in. We're promising them that they can get a shorter drive if it's in Detroit this time. But so they're going to drive from New York all the way down to Tennessee. And we had put out the notice here, if you could pick somebody up on the way, please do so. I mentioned that that's hard to do yesterday. I mentioned most people don't want a rando stranger in their car. It's awkward. You don't know. Especially if you already have a little bit of anxiety. Especially if you already tend to isolate just a little bit. Especially if you're sort of a cocooner. I like my cocoon. It's hard. It's harder than you think. There's a whole mental step you have to take. It really, it is. Some of us, hey, I can't even leave the block. I got to go back and check my logs. And we all have wiring things. Dave tells me, Cleany, says, you know what, Pops? Because I really want to pick this one up. But Jennifer experiences major anxiety on a deal like this. She really doesn't want to. It's beyond her comfort zone, he tells me. He's confessing to me her situation. We talk back and forth. I honestly, that was the last I talked about it. All of a sudden, Mushfest, I show up. Kevin's there too. Oh, I guess Jennifer had a breakthrough. I guess Jennifer took it to another level. I guess even though it did bother Jennifer up front in her head and in the anxiety moments, she charged through. I was so proud when I got there and I saw that their passenger had made it. And I don't know if I told them that. But they went through with it. And I have to believe Cleany might have had a little something to do with that. And I'll also have to say, maybe the T Crew itself had something to do with that. We're talking about Niffy's well on her way to being healed. Because she's working at it. Because she's pushing through. She told me a few years ago, I'm a wreck, Pop. I'm taking this drug, and I'm taking that antidepressant, and I'm taking this medication, and I'm on this, and I slowly, over the period of the last couple of years, started a microdose regimen. Every other drug that she's ever used for any of her other issues has fallen by the wayside. All of those drugs are in the trash. Her medicine cabinet has nothing but microdose in it now. I'm not making this up. That's somebody well on their way to being healed. That's healthy. I'm very, very proud. Not that I had that much to do with it. We've only known each other a little while. This is somebody that's been working at it. And what I told you guys already, everybody at Mushfest knew this. Everybody at Mushfest, she's a little different. She's awfully sweet. Boy, does she glow just a little bit more than the glower next to her. Am I right, Cleanie? I think yours hers too. You two are really cute together. I lift you up, and I'm not, of course you have nobody's saying you're a perfect couple, but I'm telling you, you're a good couple. Just to be able to survive each other in the car that long. Okay? I'm very, very proud of my new friends. I'm glad. You guys are like, there isn't a certain single person that didn't say, oh, we love them. So there's a trophy coming. I'm calling them the couple of Mushfest. Last time, I think it was Kim and Mike. This time I'm giving the award to Cleanie and Niffer. Daniel Cunningham and Emily came in a close second. Okay? Penny Pack and Ted, they're right in there too. Anyways, I want to give them the cute couple of the Gypsy was there too with Preston. There were a lot of cute couples. A lot of cute couples. But I feel like I want to give it to them. I don't know if I'll ever send them anything for it, but you guys got a little trophy because I'm impressed. Carrie Crago. Carrie came with Free. Carrie, Free, you're a lucky man. Niffer has a glow, right, Married? I'm telling you. And it isn't just because she hikes a lot. I'm telling you, both of them did. You know, it was hilarious. Yesterday, I saw Dave. I laughed my tail off. We showed the picture of the Snoop table again on my IG page. And you said, I was either at the Snoop table, sleeping, or hiking. That's true. That's so true. Every time I turn around, Cleanie's holding up one end of the table. Either that or Niffer was taking him off for a hike. It was either that or I'm going to take a nap so I can take a hike. I'm going to take a nap so I can sit back down at the Snoop table. I mean, Cleanie, you did the least walking in the house. Okay, maybe because you were hiking a lot, but in the house itself, least walking possible. You sat in one chair and you went to a bed and back to the chair, bed, back to the chair, bed, back to the chair, out hiking. Okay? It was great. It was great. He had everything he needed right there at the table. Everything you could possibly need. Carrie Crago came with Free. Carrie, you are a doll. We talked about Niffer's glow. Oh yeah, you have a glow too, sweetie. You do. And you captured, for the time being, you captured one of everybody's favorite dudes. So what's up with that? How cool does that make you? Right? You're the one with the Free one. You know, everyone's talking about later. What a great name. Free the Ancient Ones. What does that mean? What are the Ancient Ones? What are the Ancient Ones? No, Penny. Free's much luckier. Ancient Ones, Niffy's right. Ancient Ones are mushrooms. They've been called the Ancient Ones in a lot of different cultures and societies. So what did Free do? Free created a name, cool-ass name. Free the Ancient Ones. Set them free. Almost like Moses with the Israelites, right? Let my people go. And in his case, he's let my shroomies grow is their motto. Free the Ancient Ones. Let my shroomies grow. And he brought his lovely girl, Carrie, of the Lost Pants. Carrie, she's 5 foot nothing, weighs about 92 pounds nothing. She's probably a size -0, teeny little wisp of a lady. And she brings more light and more energy than about 4 people if she was 4 times the size. She brings so much light and energy. And here's what I noticed about Carrie. This is a true story. Because I checked. Every time I looked, I would look. Like maybe I'll catch her. Like pass by, whatever. I'm gonna finally find one angle, one look where I don't see Carrie smiling. Ear to the other ear. There, Cleany just said it. He said it right before I could even say it. This human being is a walking smile pile. She's a walking smile pile. Okay? We had broken human Furbies. We have walking smile piles. There's, there was a lot of, just a doll. And I'm finally glad to meet her. And I understand why, she makes Free more cool. He was already pretty darn cool, and she makes him more cool. This is Carrie. There's the walking part of the smile pile. Okay? That's Free back there saying, Free, let my shrooms grow. You can hear him yell it. Okay? That's Free. That's Carrie. And yes, she is standing up. Okay? That's the full-grown version. Okay? Then, how many people? Carrie's beautiful. Her smile was off the chain. Carrie, don't lose your smile. And Niffy, I'm 100% agreeing with you. Shorties are the best. I love shorties. It went by way too fast, Penny. I'm still glowing. I told Brock last night. I go, I think this is the longest afterglow that I've had from Amish Fest. I still want to keep talking about it, and I just want to hang out with you guys more. Like, afterglows are beautiful things because it reminds us. It reminds us how fun it is to look forward, right? We got to look backwards just a little bit as we push forward. Niffy, you get the afterglow, Danny, you too. It's a beautiful thing. I'm just sort of wallowing in the afterglow. Laura, do you get it? Isn't that funny? First I'm thinking, you Pops, come on, man, you're being too sensitive. We don't get to see our friends often enough. You know how lucky we really are, though? We get to do it once every 6 months or so. There's a lot of people don't see their friends for a couple of years at a time. So, come on, you guys, get your, we'll talk about it once a month or so to remind you. We've got this Detroit one coming up. I've made up my mind. It's going to be in Detroit. I'll handle everything. You guys just have to get here. Back to 2 more people. I was pleased as could possibly be. Pleased as could be. Roy, it would be wonderful to meet you. Roy, it would be very healing for you too, Roy. It would be, I believe. I was pleased to meet Sandy's sister. Sandy's sister is a doll. And you know what was neat for her? Actually, I'm going to say for Sandy. She knows Sandy's got this group of friends. She knows that he's, a always arranging and doing things, and he's into this and shipping that, and she's heard almost every single person's name at some point or another as they talk. She knows us before we know her. It's one of those, like, you've heard people talking about people, but you've never met them before. So sometimes you get a preconceived notion, like, oh, this is what they're going to be like based off of what I've heard, right? So she came kind of thinking, whoop, whoop. I don't know how Sandy talked her into coming to the Mush Fest, but he did, along with one of her girlfriends. You know, girls can never go anywhere alone. What's up with that? Guys can go somewhere alone, like we could do. How come a girl can never? They always have to bring somebody to the powder room with them. Why? Hit Kitty would know. Why do you always have to have somebody go to the powder room with you? Why does somebody else have to go to the party with you? Can't you just get in the car by yourself? Not I mean drive by yourself. I mean get Sandy's car. What's Gypsy? What's up with that? It's only girl. I mean, guys might, but come on, I can go hunting by myself, fishing by myself. I don't have to say, hey, can you go to the powder room with me? They're all telling us it's safety. Okay, well, you can buy that. Hip's like, I go alone, Pops, calm down. Well, girls tend to, Mike Barball knows, girls tend to go in numbers. And that's what happened here, okay? Amanda said, I'm not going alone. If this sucks, at least I have somebody to suck with. No, I don't mean it that way. If this sucks, I have somebody to have it be sucky with. How's that? Okay? I have someone to suck with? That's terrible sounding, Niffy. See these two little girls right here? I don't mean little. They're in their 20s or something. That's Sandman's sister, Amanda. Okay? That's Sandman's sister, Amanda. Off the chain, cute, fun, delightful. This is her ride along. That's her support network. You guys gotta help me out. I can't remember her name. I feel terrible saying that because she's a doll. She was absolutely a sweetheart. What was her name? Help me out. Help me out. What was her name? Amanda's sister's name. Amanda's the sis. Tanya. I knew that. Sandy, I knew that. Come on. Of course that's Tanya. All right? That's Tanya. Tanya was a doll. But Amanda, and I mean both. But I was great. I shouldn't say that. It was great to see Sandman's sister go. Now because she told me. Because now I understand my brother. This is one of the coolest groups I've ever been around. Don't forget, Sandy's going to be 40 years old pretty soon. The big 4-0. Oh yeah, I told everybody, Sandy. He's going to be the big 4-0. And she's known him her whole life. And you know what she said? It's the coolest he's ever been in his whole life. She thinks that we're rubbing off on him. Anybody think that we might be rubbing off on him? Hey, you guys, stop it with the Palestine stuff and the Israel stuff. Well, whatever your personal political feelings are, we don't do that here. I have personal feelings about it all too, but that's not what we're here for. And it's distracting, and I don't need that here. So if you can't stop, I'm going to block you. I understand everybody has feelings, and I get it. But we're not doing Palestine, Israel, any of that stuff here. So please stop it. It's distracting me, and I think it might be distracting my subscribers. Okay? So I ask that in a very strident way, so you know I'm very serious. All right? Find another platform to talk about politics and things that you can't control. Thank you. We're only going to talk about things we can control here. All right? And the things that we can control are learning how to share and be kind and be generous and be good to one another, to lift one another up. That's, God, it's the most beautiful thing. And that's what we're here to do. Thank you. So I also want to mention the people that weren't in the picture real quick again. There's a few people that didn't quite make that picture. Exception was at the party. I was glad to see Exception make it. Exception definitely had a good time. I think she didn't miss the dose table for sure. And that was fine. The dose table was there for all. But Exception, I might mention, you definitely made the rounds on that. And next time, bring something and drop it at the table too. That'd be good. We mentioned Penny and Ted and Amanda and Tanya. You know who else was there? Who was phenomenal? Was Michael. Michael. I don't remember Michael's last name, but it starts with a P. Michael is the older fella that was, I'm going to call him our yoga guru. And I'm saying he really knew yoga, and he was a practitioner, not a talker of it. This guy's spirit, I mean, he might as well have been sitting next to Dalai Lama on a mountaintop somewhere. You know that? He might as well have been on a mountaintop somewhere. Like, oh, every time I turn around, it looked like he was in the middle of Transfiguration. Okay? Journal, I'm back to Exception. No, it really was glad to see you there. And you certainly bring a lot of life to our party, Exception. You have such an upbeat attitude and just a willingness to be sharing, to be kind with everybody. And it was a long drive for her. She drives an hour, almost an hour longer than Pops does to get there. And I think she took the trip alone. So thank you for making an Exception. Make sure you come to the Detroit one, because it's not going to be that far for you. Okay? And we need you there. All right? You might even be able to bring your wife with you, bro. Okay. Michael the Guru. Michael the Guru. This guy made me want to be mellower. Did anybody, when they were watching Michael, wish that they were like mellow like him? I can't sit that still. I can't journal in the middle of a party like everybody. I can't journal. This guy's journaling away in the middle of this conflagration. He's, I'm centered. I'm not making fun of him. I'm like in awe of it. And you know why he can do it? You know why he can be centered and focused like that? I'll tell you, Daniel, it'd be wonderful to see you doing that. Seriously, for your own sake. Do you know why? Because he's practiced. Because he has practiced this. This wasn't his first party that he sat at, and he was like, I'm going to center, and I'm going to take it in, and I'm going to journal, and I'm going to practice my breathing and stretching, and maybe get an opportunity to teach some of these guys a thing or two. The reason Michael was able to do that in our midst, I can't. That'd be like asking an apple to stop bobbing in the water. I can't sit still. Right? And he was fascinating, man. Fascinating. But it's because he's been there and done that. He's an example of practice. How much practice do you think he has? He was the wise one for sure. This guy was like our Obi-Wan Kenobi. There's Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know how many? He told me, I've been practicing, those are the exact words we use. I've been practicing yoga for 40 years, Pops. And teaching for a great deal of that time. 40 years. I wonder if at year 39 he could still say centered and journal in the middle of a mush fest. I don't know when he got that skill. But he inspired me to calm down. I'm not kidding you. 40 years. And the man looks like he's in his, about Pop's age. Probably started in his mid-20s. Phenomenal shape. Thin. Like you should be when you're older. It's a little more healthy. He inspired me, and he didn't even know it. He inspired me by walking by. Every time I'd walk by and see Michael centered and focused and all calmed down, I'm like, I guess I don't need to run up the stairs. I guess I don't need to be the center of attention. Neither does Michael. He didn't do anything to try to catch your attention. Did he? And that every single person here we all know exactly who Michael was and what he was doing. He didn't do one thing. He didn't stand on a chair. He didn't put a lampshade on. He didn't say, I'm allowed, hey, look at me. He didn't try a dance move. Nothing. I'm going to just be a centered dude. Everyone around the party goes, there's one centered dude in here. He was a beautiful energy, just sat right in the middle of the room and just glowed. Michael, you're out there listening. Thank you. Thank you for that. He's a calming energy. This is amazing guy. And I absolutely wanted to mention him more than anything for the major reason. We watch fruit of practice, of real practice. You don't become that. You're not that energy and that figure because you showed up at a party and you pretend you do yoga. Do you know what I'm talking about? You don't just, I've been doing yoga for about a year and a half now, but I'm going to tell everybody 40. It doesn't work like that. When it's authentic, and at 40 years old, everyone in the room walks by and goes, oh my God, whew, what was that I just felt? Street Glide, Big Al, Gypsy, Preston, I loved it. Gypsy, thanks so much for being there with your hubby. Gypsy's my stud friend. She's the prettiest lady you've ever seen. And she wields chainsaws. And she runs tow trucks. And she makes cabinets. And then when she's done with all that, she'll crochet you something. Yeah. Yeah. Gypsy does Gypsy can do just about anything. Preston, the same thing. When he gets through doing iron work, he'll do some woodwork for you. When he gets done with that, he's going to build you a steam engine. When he's through with that, he'll go hunting. Once he's done with that, he'll sing a song on the stage for you. What's going on with that couple? Jeez, there's more skill and more talent in those two put together. What the... Nerdy, she is one bet. He is too. Next time he comes, I'm just so grateful. I love seeing Preston there. Preston. Preston. Handsome. Dignified. I want to wear one of his jackets His jackets are the coolest jacket in the party. Give me 5 people agree. Who wears the coolest jacket at the party? Preston. Add the hat. And Queenie, forget about it. He's the winner. Thank you for being there, Doll. And tell Preston too. Preston lived in Staunton, Virginia. Very dapper, very classy. Daniel Cunningham married Michael. Again, thanks for being there, kids. Exception, Penny Ted, Amanda Tanya, Michael the Guru. Michael Brown and Tiffany, I mentioned to you guys yesterday. I made a list of the people that came. I hope I mentioned everybody. My goal was to try to get to everybody. If I didn't mention your name, shoot me a line, drop me a picture. I'd love to continue to talk about you on Monday or Tuesday. Thank you for letting me spend this week recapping the whole weekend, especially for those of you that didn't get to make it for lots of good reasons, real life reasons. And it almost feels like at some point we're rubbing it in that we were there and you weren't. None of that's happening. It's trying to affirm the growth of what we're seeing and the growth in the individual people, and that we are practicing what we preach. We're doing what this man did for 40 years. We'd like to be here in 40 years, still doing tea and still having fests, and have it be enough people that everybody feels comfortable but not overwhelmed. Yeah. I apologize to you, Dr. Spider. No desire to rub it in. But I do have a desire to see every single one of you at the next one, because I don't think that you don't get something out of it. And I think just getting in a car or in an airplane or any other and making the commitment to go and get outside of whatever your norm is, ask Nifra Mama if it's a good idea. Nifra Mama, real quick, was it a good idea? I think we already know the answer, but we'll let her testify. Remember, she was as together as she seems to everybody at the party. I'm going to struggle with this. It's going to be hard for me to get in the car, pick up a stranger, and go see a bunch of strangers. And she's a level up now. She's a level up. I'm going to read this reading here, and we're going to do a giveaway before we go. The giveaway is only going to be to people today. I'm going to give away a 1/4 ounce of Ghost to you guys. I only want to give it away to somebody that wasn't at the party this weekend. If you were at the party this weekend, you had a chance to pick up some things and maybe take home some things from the dose counter and everywhere else. So those that weren't able to be there, let me be your dose counter this morning. Okay? So let me read this reading and we'll do a quick little giveaway. The kinship of gratitude. Gratitude. So I was thinking about my glow. We're talking about we all have a glow. Some of us admit we still are in the middle of a glow. We didn't go to a retreat, like a mushroom retreat. We went to an advance. Back in the day, we used to churches. Let's go on a church retreat this weekend. Where I was, I stopped that. I said, we don't call them that here. When I was doing that, we're going on an advance this weekend. Well, that's what we did this weekend. We advanced. And then I was trying to get in touch with what's this glow that I still have? And you know what the key part of it is? It starts with a G still. Gratitude. I am so incredibly grateful for each and every single person that came, because I know what it takes to get there. And I know what you gave to the group. And that if you weren't there, it wouldn't have been the same. Each and every one of us. If Mike the yogi wasn't there, it wouldn't have been the same. I would have missed that lesson that it's okay to calm down in the middle of a party. Each and every single one of us brought something that it wouldn't have been as cool if sometimes you go to a party and there would have been a better party if Joe Below the midget wasn't there. Have you ever gone to one of those parties? It would have just been better if so-and-so wasn't here. That wasn't this weekend. The only way we could have said, this could have been better if more people were here. My overall feeling is gratitude. Gratitude to all of you for coming. Gratitude to the rest of you for listening to us talk about it for the rest of the week. Gratitude that we're growing together. It's not a Mudfest without the people, Sandy. It's not tea without the people. It's hard to explain. People are like, you need every single one of us. Paige, I appreciate that you let me, wax all week about it. I think my major point is I'm trying to teach and include and build a communication network here. And I want every single person to feel good about themselves and affirmed with maybe even a little bit of a lesson, maybe a straight shot from Pops. The kinship of gratitude. When you make the two one, when you make the inner as outer, and the outer as inner, then you shall enter the kingdom. Jesus Christ in Australia said that. Well, he wasn't the one in Australia. It was a different Jesus Christ. Let me read this. Give me 5 people to say, Pops, do the reading. Got to be interested in this. The kinship of gratitude. Off we go. The goal of all experience is to remove whatever might keep us from being whole. The goal of all of our experiences is to remove things that'll keep us from being whole. This weekend, the goal of that experience, remove some things from me that kept me from being whole. Fill up some of those other areas that have been empty with friends and goodness, with a new slingshot friend, with a new mama, with a smiling blue-eyed divine. The things we learn through love and pain reduce our walls and bring our outer and our inner life together. And all the while, the friction of being alive erodes the impediments to action. The simplest and deepest way to make who we are at one with the world is with the kinship of gratitude. Nothing brings the worlds of spirit and earth together more quickly. To be grateful means giving thanks. Listen to this. This is what I wanted you guys to hear. To be grateful means giving thanks for more than just the things we want. We're not just thankful for the things we want. That's not the full scope of gratitude. Also, we should be grateful for the things that surmount our pride and stubbornness. the things that challenge us, the things that Niffer experienced before she went and picked up Kevin. She needed to embrace those. Be grateful for them. Sometimes the thing I've wanted and worked for, I actually have received, and it crushed me. Have you ever got that thing you thought you really needed, really wanted, and you end up like, there's nothing like I thought it was going to be. I did it with a boat. My yacht, 39-footer, Carver. I thought I'd spent the last 15 years of my life fantasizing about living on a boat in the marina. I'm going to be that guy. The boat liver guy. I did everything that I could do to get there. Saved the money, did the this, did the that, set it up. I did everything I could possibly do to reach my dream of I'm going to be the guy that lives on a yacht in the California Yacht Club in Santa Monica Marina. And I did it. Boop, boop, boop. Throw the party, champagne, girls on the deck, balloons flying everywhere. You take the boat out. Oh, you got one of the big ones, got the dinghy hanging off the... I accomplished my dream. Crushed me. A year after I lived on the boat for 13 months and I sold it. Considerably less than I had it made for it, that it cost me. What had happened is my ego got out of control. What happened is I started living a lifestyle that I didn't enjoy. What happens is now I'm down at the yacht club standing next to a guy with an ascot on, and I got to go get an ascot so I can look like him. And that's not me. What happened is I started perverting myself and turning myself into this something that I'm not. What happened is I started having to pay $300 every 2 weeks to have my boat washed and cleaned. Otherwise, the ocean salt water will ruin it. What happens is now my boat becomes my God. And I slowly was shrinking. And oh, what happened? But you hit your dream. This is what you always wanted. Sometimes the thing I've wanted and worked for, I actually received it, and it crushed me. Sometimes just giving thanks for the mystery of it all, just the mystery, not even understanding. Sometimes just thanks for that brings everything and everyone closer. The way suction brings streams of water together. So take a chance and openly give thanks, even if you're not sure what for, and feel the plenitude of all that is living brush up against your heart. And I'm going to say it just using an example, just like Niffer did. She took a chance. I mean, everybody that went to Mushfest took a chance. Who that went to Mushfest took a chance? Took a chance it turned out to be a kind of a creepy situation. Took a chance we might go down there and get scammed. We took all kinds of chances. Look how it turned out. Beautiful weekend. If you did not go, if you did not go to Mushfest, please participate in this giveaway. If you did go, oh, Jonathan K. I forgot to mention Jonathan K. Real quick, Jonathan K, Jonathan K, Jonathan K. I forgot to mention Jonathan K because I fell in love with Jonathan K. Jonathan K, what a nice guy. Young guy. Super smart. Talking with him, I'm jealous of his job. He has a job I'd like to do for about 6 months, and then I never want to do it again. I'd be bored. What's Jonathan K, you guys? He's a DNA technician. He's the guy that squeezes the thing, and he just does the analysis, does the tests. But it's for the crime lab. It's for a crime lab. So not only does he do the laboratory work, but he's the guy that shows up in court with the jacket and the tie. And I asked him, I go, have you ever been like shredded by a defense lawyer, like in a cross-examination? He goes, oh yeah, Pops. He was so mellow about it. He goes, oh yeah, it happens all the time. I get shredded all the time. I said, really? Yeah, just, DNA is DNA though. He is so cool, so thoughtful, really generous, an incredible guy to just hang out with and talk with. I wish I'd have said a little bit more about you, Jonathan K. But yeah, he's a real lab guy. The rest of us are like homebie lab guys. We actually have a real lab guy in the mix. This guy's such a good lab guy that the judge listens to him. All right? You think you know what you're talking about if the judge goes, oh, okay, we'll qualify this guy as an expert. All right? That's pretty cool. I want to be an expert, like a judged expert, right? Jonathan K., I miss you. You had to go a little early, or we would have hung out and talked some more. And you couldn't have been sweeter and kinder and just fit right in. And thank you for coming. And he's going to figure out how to sequence the DNA molecules of psilocybin. That's his next project. Okay? Let's do this giveaway. I don't even want to go. I feel like I'm leaving the Mushfest right now. Only those of you that didn't go to the Mushfest. Okay? I know, Jonathan. You know, I mean them sincerely from my heart. We're going to do a number between 1 and 50. 1 and 50. The first person that gets the number correct that didn't go to the Mushfest is going to get a quarter ounce. Where is it? Quarter ounce of Ghost. So let me send that to. Who am I going to send that to? Who is getting it? I'm looking for Paige. Paige is getting it. Paige promises to be at the next one. Paige said 35, and you'll notice that the number is 35. Paige, congratulations. I'm going to send this to you. Paige, you're getting this. And it's not a quid pro quo. You don't have to. It's not this for that. But I'm sending you this, and I'd like you to come to the next Mushfest. Hey, should I do one more giveaway? Should I do one more giveaway? I wasn't really ready for it. But Sandy gave these to me to give away to you guys. What if I give 2 packs to somebody? What if I give 2 packs to somebody? Some Penis Envy that he grew. A couple of packs of Penis Envy. Let me send those to somebody before we go away. Give me another numbers between only someone that didn't go to Mushfest. Only if you didn't go to Mushfest. Only. Mushfesters, sorry. You could have picked these up yourself right off of the table. Okay, Mushfesters, you got your own already. Give me a number between 1 and 50. First person to get it, I'll send this to them if they didn't go to Mushfest. Okay? I haven't seen the number yet. I want to send you these 2 packages. We had these all over the table at Mushfest. Some of us took 87 of these home all by ourselves. I still haven't seen the number. Where's that number? You guys are all around it here, but I haven't seen it yet on my screen. Okay, nope, haven't seen it. Nope, haven't seen it. Oh, you guys are all around it, Hags. You're very close. All around that number, but I haven't seen it yet. Where is that number? I'm looking for the number so I can give this stuff away to somebody. Okay? Where is it? Go the other way. Hip Kitty. Hip Kitty just got it. Hip Kitty. Hip Kitty, it was a 46. Hip Kitty said 46. 46 it is. Hip Kitty, you know what to do. I need your address by today. You tend to be a little slow on the address send. I need your address today, and I will mail this to you. Meow. Okay? I will meow this to you immediately. But I need your address today. And then the winner of this, I need your address today to Paige. I need your address today. Okay? So we've got stuff we'll be hanging around with you guys next week. But I didn't want to make this week all about giving prizes and stuff. We did a lot of giving this week at the fest. And we'll continue to practice giving here on Tea with Pops. Would you guys go have a beautiful day? And I will see you guys here, Brock Monday. I'll be back on Tuesday. And we'll continue to learn, grow, and laugh together. Okay? Thank you guys again. What a beautiful weekend last. And the all week has been. And I anticipate it'll continue to be this way. Cleanie and Rob and Shy and Daniel and Anthony and Laura, have a divine day. And Ronnie, Real, and Paigey. And Hip Kitty. And Vegas and Micah again. And Justin Robinson and Sharon and SSW. Anthony Hunt, Mike Baraball. Penny Pack, hi Penny. Billy D. Slingy. Lad Ran, Cleanie, love you, man. Daniel Cunningham, you too. Roy T. Nippy. Keep growing, girl. Love you. Grady. Hags, have a great weekend. My moms. Ronnie, Real, and Holly, and SSW, and Alan. And Justin, and Slingy, and Cleanie, and Herbie. Herbie Von Worthy, come up. And Matt, and Happy Dirt Dude. And Benny Ben, and P. Hendricks, and Anthony Thornton. And Shy, and Nippy, and Gypsy. Gypsy? The Stud Life, Sally, Mike, MDK, Anthony Hunt, Holly Ladran. Hello, beautiful Jolie, Jimmy Max, Hip Kitty, CCS, Paigey, Daniel C, Married, SSW, Jesus Christ in Australia. The exception is the one to the rule. Vegas, Jonathan K, Lord of Lie, Mike Baraball, Sid Hunter, Carrie, the Smiling Crago, Jesus Christ, Micah Man. Thank you, Jolie and Daniel and RX and Mars and MDK and Deborah. You're a pearl. That's it. That's official. You're a pearl. Jeffrey Hodgson, all the way in New Zealand. D. Anderson, Holly, Free, Red Boy, Justin, Micah, Jesus Christ, Hip Kitty, Mike, Herbie, Jonathan K. Nice to see you, Jonathan. Holly, Cindy, Sandman. Pops, ouch.